Okay, so I want to start maybe a new genre of YouTube videos, kind of like an unboxing video, except for basically it's just going to be some idiot unboxes some techie thing and can't figure out the simplest of instructions and fails to open and install something. The idea is that I went to Walmart for some garden seeds the other day, and in the checkout, I found this. I found this ONN Apple AirTag clone. I mean, it's probably not as good as Apple AirTag, but there are two of them for $12, and so kind of caught my attention. And they come in blue or white, so I got the blue one. I decided to impulse buy it because, I mean, geez, it comes with the battery, and the directions are pretty brain dead simple. It says, getting started, rotate the lid to the unlock icon. Okay, so there's a lock and an unlock, right? This thing is not rotatable. Um, you cannot, or at least I could not, rotate this to save my life. There is absolutely no way to rotate this thing. And it's because of the little piece of paper that's in there that pushes the battery against it. Um, After I've wailed on it a little bit, I finally got it to the point where it'll rotate a little bit, but new out of the box, it will not rotate. And then the second problem is that when you go to open it, it does not release. There's no difference between the um, between lock and unlock. And the key to it really is you got to get something wedged, like even just like a booklet or something. Once you get it pried open a little bit, you got to get something wedged in there to kind of put some pressure in it. And then if you wiggle it a little bit, you wiggle this panel forward and back. That's how you release the stupid thing. Because these little L-shaped tabs here, right, on the unit here. So this is the lock position, and you can see there's these plastic tabs that push in on that thing. And really, if you imagine the L shape is kind of going under here and keeping it from going up, right? From there to the unlock spot, there's no difference. The only difference is that it's angled right here on top. So when you go to push the thing back in, it makes clicking it back in easier. But as far as pulling it off, there is no difference between locked and unlocked. And so when the paper is in there and the battery is in there, you cannot rotate this, or at least I can't. And I'm a relatively healthy person in my 50s. I don't have arthritis, really. Um, and yet, I could not rotate this to save my life. I think maybe maybe if you hot glued something to the top here, and then you could get a little more leverage on it to twist that. But just as a push piece, you can't get that thing open. And I kind of had the same problem with an Apple AirTag. Apple AirTags were very hard too. But they at least have somewhat of a trick to get them open. These things do not. There's, I guess, basically the point I want to make on this video is that as far as pulling the cover off, there's functionally no difference between locked and unlocked. So don't spend a lot of time trying to get this stupid thing to rotate, because it will kill you. It's not, I don't know, your life is worth more than to try and get this thing to rotate to the open position, because the open position doesn't open. It's still locked in there. It does not want to come off. The other little kind of bit of nastiness about this is, like, I used a screwdriver here the first time I used a screwdriver to do it, and I mangled the plastic pretty bad. So I don't know. I think I would probably recommend a dime, or just use your fingers. And if you can get your fingernail in there, like so, then you can start to wiggle the top. And then once it lets go on one side, then you can just kind of twist it if you don't accidentally lock it again. All right. So once you get one piece off, then you can wiggle it like forward. Basically, it's the twisty motion that gets it loose. But like a kid couldn't do it. With smaller hands, you can't do it. With bigger hands, you can't do it. There's really no way to rotate this. You can push down on your thumbs, can't do it. I don't understand how they think anybody can. So anyway, this product, two of them for $12, is a pretty good deal. I did put one on my little dog because he likes to sometimes run away and go across the street. And there's been a couple of occasions where I've let him, and you can see, maybe you can see, I don't know. Bruno, what are you doing? So it fits on Bruno's collar pretty good. I did put it on backwards, and it bothers me that this is what shows instead of that. But he's a little dog. He's not a big dog, and he doesn't notice it at all. Bruno, what are you doing?